Hello. Hello, am I audible to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so I can see three people have joined, correct? Means, so before starting with the demo, what I want is each one of you should introduce yourself and also you can tell me about your background, okay? Means educational background. So what are in which class you are in and why you actually are interested in learning Python? One by one, you can introduce yourself and then just tell me the reason. What are your purpose to learn Python? Anyone, I think you can unmute yourself and then just let me know. Hello. Am I audible or is there an issue?
Hi, my name is Anvit, and I'm in 7th grade.
Okay.
And I wanted to do Python because I thought it would be fun. And
Output volume. How do I put this more?
and Python
It's
is fun.
not touchscreen.
Okay, I got the answer from Anvit. I think Sachit, now you can tell me.
Test speaker tree రావట్లేదా?
Yes, speaker.
I think Sachit is having some
No, we're not able to hear.
problems.
One
Hello.
second. No, he's getting.
Okay, Sachit is having some issue with his network, not an issue. So I think then Divit, you can unmute yourself and just let me know in which standard you are in now currently, and then
Yeah, my name is Divit. I'm in 5th grade and I started Python for a little while, but I kind of quit, so I wanted to start again.
okay, that's great. Okay, then I think one more person has joined. Omkar Vijay. So I think I'll just repeat it for you. Yeah, tell me.
My name is Omkar. I'm in 7th grade and I've done a little bit of Python and I've attended some classes before, but I'm a little bit rusty.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so I think you all are already having some background on Python. Okay, so what we'll do today is our demo session. Okay, so I'll just go around Python and we'll just see how a Python is so important in our day-to-day life. Okay, and why people actually they are interested in learning Python. Okay, so we'll actually start from I'll just quickly share my screen. Okay, you can just let me know once my screen is up.
It's
Okay, great. So okay, so I think we are all aware that Python is a programming language, correct? So we all know that. Already you would have learned various languages, like in terms of communication. We know various languages like English, Hindi, or any other like Bengali or any other language that you use to communicate with each other, correct? So that is for the communication purpose. Similarly, we have a programming language. Here also we do the same thing, like communication happens. And here the difference is like communication will happen between the system and the human. Okay. here human is able to communicate with the machine with the help of this programming language. So there are various programming languages in today's world. Like if you just start from the very old programmers started with, that was C, C++, and all. Means before C also there were few languages like Cobalt and Pascal. I think I don't remember their name, but I think yeah, before C also there were few languages. But I think yeah, this language got evolved gradually, and now I think we have various languages in today's world, and all the languages serves the same purpose, and we are using all those languages to build our to fulfill our needs. I think that it can be in terms of software development, or it can be in terms of data science, or any machine learning field, okay, or artificial intelligence. In all those fields, I think we use some or the other programming language, where we actually can help the user to actually write their programs in a more better way. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll start with a very Python. Okay, so if you just look at the diagram, we are having 4 points just describing about Python. Okay, so first part is interactive, second is interpreted, and third is object oriented, and fourth is high level programming language. So I'll not go into detail about this all those 4 points, but what we'll do is we'll just try to understand what how we can actually write our own Python. Okay, means these are all theory part. So in demo, what we'll do is we'll just I'll just make you aware of the syntaxes, and I'll just make you aware of the outcomes of the Python. Okay, so for that I'll simply open an editor, okay, where we can write our Python code. Okay, so I think you can see on my screen I have so many codes written here. Okay, but don't get confused on this. So what I'll do is I'll just open a new file. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll write few things here. Okay, I think any programming language that you write, it's a high level language only that you write in a usual English. Okay, usually it's statements. Okay, a set of statements which are actually executed in our editor. So what I'll do is I'll simply write few things like your name. I'll start with your names. I think we have your names already. So what I'll do is I'll start with 𝐸𝐴𝐴. I have the first name as 𝐸𝐴𝐴. Okay, you see I'm able to store this name. Okay, 𝐸𝐴𝐴. And now if I simply want to print it, okay, I'll write name. Okay, I'll write name here, so it will be giving me this output. Okay, you can see 𝐸𝐴𝐴 is getting printed in the output as an output. Okay, so because this print is something which prints something. Okay, if I wanted to get an output, okay, I can simply store it in a variable and I can get it printed. Okay, so this is a very small program. Okay, you saw that, means I did not write anything. I simply wrote a single line, and then again next line I got it printed, correct? So I think this is the biggest advantage of Python. Like you need not to write much and more lines of code in order to get a simple output. Okay, but I think if you just compare the same thing with the other programming language, so there you have to write so many lines of code in order to get a simple line to be printed. Okay, so I have the slide. In the slide only we can see difference between programming language, that is Java and Python, correct? So in Java, you can see in order to get the same output, like if I want to print a hello world and I want to print a hello world in Java and in Python, so there are a lot of differences. In Java, you need to write 5 lines of code, and in Python, you need to write a single line of code. Okay, so this is the biggest advantage that people generally go with a Python. Like why? Because in Python, you need not to write more lines of code. Number of lines of codes are reduced in case of Python. Okay, so if I just open an editor again, so your first program can be like printing a hello world. Okay, so this is a traditional way of starting a programming language. Or I'll say hello Python. Okay, you can say it as a hello Python, and Python will greet you again back. Okay, so you see here, it is printing you hello Python, correct? Correct. So if you have any confusion, okay, just let me know through by unmuting yourself. You can you can ask the question if you don't understand anything. Okay, so this is what we printed. Okay, I told you this print is a English alphabet, and after that, you know, this is a parenthesis, and this is also a parenthesis. Everything that I write on a screen is actually with the help of a keyword that you had. Okay, so all the characters that you see here, they all are part of your keyword, and if you find it difficult to locate them, you just let me know. I'll help you to locate these parentheses. Okay, they are already available in your keyboard. Okay, so whatever I'm writing it here, it is readable and also understandable, correct? So now if we wanted to print something on a screen, so I think we use the print command for that. Similarly, I think if we have some mathematical expressions, I think you would have already studied maths, correct? So in maths, you would be doing calculations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and all. Okay, so all these are the operations that you can perform on maths. So all those operations can also be performed in Python. Okay, so I'll just start from the addition. Okay, so I'll just have a very big number. Okay, like if I ask you to add 5 and 6, so you'll you'll add it easily. Okay, so but if you have a very big number, okay, if you have a very big number to be added, so I think it will be very difficult for you to add it manually. It will take time. Okay, it is going to take time when you add a very big number manually. So you can see here, what I'll do, I'll just write print, I'll write 5 plus 6. Okay, this is a very small addition that I'm doing, and then let me run it. You see, it is giving me the answer as 11, correct? So you're getting an answer directly. You write print 100 minus 45. Okay, so you'll see again, you'll get an answer to it. Okay, you'll get an answer to it as 55, correct? So these are the small answers that you get, means small operations that you are performing in Python, and you are getting an output. Okay, so the below screen that you see, it is actually just to view the output that we the programs that we write for. Okay, like here is a file, and in this file I have written 3 lines of code, and all these 3 lines of code is giving me some of the output. Okay, every line is giving me some or the other output. Okay, first line is giving me hello Python, second line is giving me 5 plus 6 as 11, and third line is giving me 55, correct? So this is whatever we are doing it now, it is nothing but a Python. Okay, you are actually writing a Python code here. Okay, so you'll not find it anything difficult here to understand, I think, because they all are a simple statement, and you are getting an answer. Okay, so we'll do one more thing. Okay, so like able to uh, you are able to do the calculations. Okay, you are able to do the calculations programmatically here. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll just write a very big number. Okay, and then I'll try to add them. Okay, you can see I'm just trying to write a very big number, and then I'm trying to add it. Okay, you can see it can be any number. Now here the programming actually it starts. Okay, so this is actually useful for me, correct? Because I cannot add it manually. It will take a lot of time for me to add it. But I think if you just write it inside Python, so it does it very easily. You have nothing to worry about. So you simply write the expression inside Python, and it is going to add it for you. Even if you write multiplication, okay, even if you write multiplication, let's see what it responds back. Okay, let's run this. Okay, you can see even after doing a multiplication, okay, in Python. Okay, I just to let you know, like in multiplication we use star here. Okay, so if you wanted to multiply anything, I think in normal maths we use cross sign, correct? So just to multiply a few things, but in Python we use star to multiply. Okay, so okay, you can see here when I multiplied these two variable, I got a very long answer, correct? It's not even readable, means you can't read these numbers, but still you are having certain figures, correct? And this is only possible with the help of computations power of Python. Okay, so Python has got a very strong computation power. Okay, means you can write anything inside it and then get it printed. Okay, so is this part clear to everyone? Okay, or do you feel something which is not making sense or which is going out of your mind? Just let me know here. You can keep the class interactive. Okay, you can keep the class interactive and ask me the questions if you don't find anything which is understood to you. Okay, so okay, I'll just consider that you have understood everything till now, whatever I have actually written. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll just make this class interactive by just asking your names. Okay, so I can also take an input from the user and I can store it, okay, at some place. Yeah, I think somebody unmuted yourself. Anvit, I think you want to say something?
Can I be the example?
Can you?
Be the example.
Yeah. I didn't get you. Are you want to give example or you want to have one more example?
No, what happens if you division? Will
Okay,
division work?
division. Okay, you want to have division as well?
Yes.
Okay. So we can do division as well. Okay, let's try this. Suppose if I have 1000 and I want to divide 1000 by 35. Okay, let's divide 1000 by 35 and then you can see I'm getting an answer as this, correct? So this is a answer in fractional form, correct? If you divide, it will not be completely divisible. If you divide 1000 by 35, it will not be completely divisible. It will have certain fraction part, correct? So that's what it is showing you in a fractional part, correct? So this is the result of division. Okay, so you saw multiplication, addition, subtraction, and division. Okay, so there is one more. Okay, means I'll just tell you, like if you just divide, you get remainder, correct? So suppose if you divide 35 by 2, so you'll get some remainder, correct? So if you want to have that reminder, that also you can get it with the help of Python. Okay, so instead of this division symbol, you can write this percentage symbol. It will give you the reminder of the division. Okay, so this you can see we are getting the answer as 1. So if you divide 35 by 2, it will be divisible by 17. It will be the quotient and then 1 will be the reminder, and that's what you are getting it here. Okay, this is the 1 as a reminder. If you divide, if you just do this operations with the 35 and 35, so you'll get the remainder as 0 because 5 is completely divide 35. 5 is completely dividing 35, correct? 5 7 ja 35 it happens. So that's why you get 0 as a remainder because it is completely divisible. Okay, in case where it is not completely divisible, so it is going to give you the quotient. It is going to give you the remainder. Okay, so okay, I think Sachit or by mistake. Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah, tell me.
So I tried multiplying extremely large numbers and it inputted the output was infinite. So what's the certain limit for the like multiplication part of Python?
Okay, so you are talking about the limitation of the numbers, correct? So in Python, there is no limit. Okay, so the limit is based on your hardware. Okay, like in other languages, you will find the limit, like they have a certain range till where this value, this number of digits you can actually write. So they have certain range, but in Python, you don't find it. Okay, so it is basically your hardware. Okay, so suppose if your hardware is actually having 16 GB of RAM. Okay, so that means that your computer can store 2 to the power 16 digits. Okay, you can imagine 2 to the power 16 means you understand this exponent, correct? So you can write 2 to the power 16. Okay, so this is, if you just calculate 2 to the power 16, it will, that many digits you can store it inside Python. Okay, so there is no limitations on the number of digits in Python. It is purely dependent on the memories that you have. Is that clear?
Okay.
Okay. So we have, I think I was talking about exponent, correct? So I'll just uh, use the exponent part here as well. So like, if you want to do the exponentiation, okay, you can also do it like 2 to the power 16, I just told, okay? So if you use 2 to the power 16, you can see it is giving you 65536, correct? So this is coming as, it is calculating the exponent of 2, correct? So it is nothing like the same range, okay? Same range can go in the negative side as well. So suppose it can start from -2 to the power -16 to 2 to the power 16, okay? This can be the limit. If you want to calculate the exponent of any number, that is also possible in Python. So you can calculate it with the help of double star, okay? So like if you write 2 double star and then 4, 2 to the power 4 is 16, correct? So you can see it is giving me the answer as 16, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you, not an issue. I'll help you. Actually, today is the demo class. So when we'll actually start with the actual class, okay? So before starting with the classes, I'll just help you to install this Python editor, okay? So that you can write your own code and practice it together with me, okay? You need not to worry on this. I'll definitely help you guys to get it installed and keep and bring this into the working condition, okay? I'll help you in all that part. You need not to worry on that, okay? Hope you all understood, correct? Okay, so today we will just walk around Python, okay? I will not go deeper into Python. We'll just walk around Python, okay? So these are the few things, few operations that I wanted to tell you. Okay, so now we'll just explore few more things here. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just try to store your names. Okay, so means Python has got memory itself, correct? So your computer has memory, so it can store the things, correct? So that's what we'll see, how Python can store the things. So suppose what we'll do is we'll just try to store all your informations. Okay, we'll just try to store all your informations and we'll just try to use that to print it. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll start from the very basics. Like I'll be asking your name, okay? So I'll be asking the name with the, and I'll be storing it in the computer, okay? Like enter your name, okay? So I'm asking the name from the user, okay? So then after your name are entered, I'll be asking your school name, okay? A school name, and then I'll be asking the enter your school name. Or I'll not write in what is your school name, okay? And then next is class. And which class you are in. Okay, so like this, we can have various questions and I can store them inside Python. And again, if somebody asks me again, what is your school name and class? So I can respond him back with the answers that you gave, okay? So this is where Python actually tells us like how Python can store the things, okay? Because Python is a programming language. So Python has got certain memory, okay? So, okay, I think David Jane, what you are doing, you are actually trying to control my screen.
Oh, I thought that was only for me. I was just noting down. Let me erase this. Yeah, okay.
Okay, and then after I have stored your information like your school name and the class, and then I'll store your age as well. Okay. Please tell me your age. Okay. And then favorite favorite games. Okay. I can also write enter your favorite games, and then favorite movies. Enter your favorite movies. Okay. And then favorite actor. Okay, so like favorite name, favorite actor, favorite games. Okay, I think these are enough. Okay, so what I'll do is I can ask any one of you can answer it. Okay, and we can store these informations. Like who will be giving me the answers for all these questions?
I can do it.
Okay, then Anvit, you can answer me. When I'll run the code, you can see it will ask you all this. Okay, you can see it is asking me to enter your name. Now you tell me your name. Okay, I can write it from the chat like Anvit. Okay, I'll simply write Anvit. And the next question it is asking, what is your school name? Correct. So tell me your school name.
Hopkins Middle School.
Hopkins Middle School. Correct. Hopkins Middle School. Okay.
Yeah,
The next question, in which class you study?
7th.
You study in 7th class. And then please tell me your age. Okay.
12.
Okay, it is 12. Okay, and then enter your favorite games.
Playing cricket.
Playing cricket.
Rubik's Cube.
Oh, okay. I entered only one game.
That's fine. That's okay.
Enter your favorite games. Sorry, enter your favorite movies.
Uh, uh,
Any one of the movies you can tell me.
Inside Out 2.
Okay, I'll write Inside Out 2. Yeah. And let me run the next question. Enter names of your favorite actors.
Uh, Shah Rukh Khan. I don't know.
Okay, Shah Rukh Khan. Okay, Shah Rukh Khan. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we are able to store these informations, correct? So whatever you answered, okay, whatever you answered, we are able to store it in all these variables. Okay. Now I can also print them. Okay. I can print. Just see how I'm going to use those information. Okay. Hey, my name is, I think name that you entered. Okay. And this can be your introduction. Okay. And I study and your school name. Study and standard at school. Okay, then my age is, I think the age that you entered. Okay, do you see one thing that what we are doing is we are just writing everything that is already written here, okay, like a school name. So all these are the variables which are actually helping us to store the things, okay. So that's why I'm able to reuse these variables here, and I'm actually able to, I'll be able to print all these informations. Once you enter all this information, I'll be able to print it here, okay. You just have, you just be patient and just look at the screen, okay. So my age is this, and my favorite games include favorite games, okay, and my favorite movies are favorite movies and is my favorite actors. Okay, so this is the complete introduction of yours. Now, whatever you write it here, okay, so what we'll do is so I think you'll have to again answer me all those questions. So the answer was Anvit, and next question was Hopkins Middle School, and you study in 7th standard. What is your age was 12th, and your favorite games was playing cricket. You were having more games or only playing cricket? Your favorite movies was Inside Out 2. Any more one you want to enter here?
No, it's fine.
That's fine. Enter your favorite actors. It was Shah Rukh Khan. Okay, you can see whatever answers you gave, okay, it is printing it here. Hey, my name is Anvit and I study in 7th standard at Hopkins Middle School. My age is 12 and my favorite games include playing cricket. My favorite movies are Inside Out 2. Shah Rukh Khan is my favorite actress, correct? So I'm able to use all the informations that you gave to my, just that you gave as an input, correct? So this is what a programming language is able to do, okay. So this Python is able to store all your information, okay. And now in the below lines, okay, like once you have entered everything, okay, all these things are getting stored inside all these variables, okay, and these variables are being used in order to print it, okay. So now it is nothing but you, it is not only like you are able to print it here, you can also print them inside a file, okay. If you want to print all this information inside a file and you want to export it back, so that also is possible with the help of Python, okay. So you want that it should be printed on a file, so we can do that as well, okay. What we'll do is I'll just create a file, okay. Okay, like I'll just intro text, okay. I'll store it inside this variable, okay. And what we are going to do now is we are going to store this information in a file, correct? Any confusions do you have?
In the 17 and 18 line, why is there like an F with like a like apostrophe on the top?
This F you are saying?
Yeah, the
Oh.
F like on the start
Yeah,
of the line.
yeah, I'll tell you why it is there.
Okay.
Still it is throwing an error. Yeah, now it is fine. I'll put it in the next line. Okay, so you are asking me why it is F here, correct? So F is actually we have when we want to print a string along with a variable, okay? So I'll tell you why we use F here. So this is a kind of print formatting, okay? The way in which we want to print something on the screen, so that comes under print formatting. We want to format our text here, okay? And that's why you're using F as a this is a syntax of printing something, okay? I'm using F. You can also use directly. You need not to use F. So you can see whenever you are using normal string, okay? Whenever you're using normal string, I don't use F here, okay? Because I don't have anything to be included as a variable here, okay? But in this line, you can see I have something, some information coming in the form of variables, and then I'm able to use that here inside of it. And that's why we use F here, okay? F is just to indicate that I can also include variables in my running string, okay? And that's why I use F here, okay? So
Yeah.
you is that miss this much is okay for you now, okay? You need not to worry. We will actually explain you everything, how we use print formatting, okay? So there are three ways of getting a string printed, okay? This is one of them. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we'll do is, what I told is, I'll just try to write all this information inside a file so that you can actually use those information, okay? Correct? So what we'll do is, we'll just try to open a file first of all, okay? So where we want to store it, that also we'll have to see. We should be having a file name where we can store this information, okay? So like you can see, I'm having a test.txt already. This is a file, correct? What I'll do is, I'll delete all the informations from here, and then I'll just try to print everything, whatever we have here, okay? Whatever you have seen here. Where is that? Yeah. Whatever information that you see here, I'll just try to put it inside this file test.txt, okay? So is that fine? So what we'll do is, first of all, we'll open this file, okay? What we'll do is, we'll just open a file. So we have a method called open, and then here we have to open our file, that is test.txt. What is the name of the file? test.txt, correct? And we are opening this file in a write mode, okay? So for that, we'll have to use W plus, okay? So this is a mode. Is my voice echoing? Okay. So this is a mode in which we are trying to open our file, okay? So if you are able to successfully open our file, it is not going to throw any error, okay? You can simply run this line, okay? If you simply run this code, it will not throw you an error, okay? The biggest thing is we'll have to again re-enter everything, okay? We'll have to re-enter everything. So that's what we'll do. So, okay. So this is what it is doing is it is opening a file in a write mode, okay? It is opening a file in the write mode. Now we'll add something to it, okay? We can add something to it. So how to add? So we'll see that, okay? So now you can write file dot, you can see we have a write method, okay? So write method, inside this we'll simply pass our intro text, whatever you have entered here, we'll simply write it here, okay? So there are 3 to 4 modes in which we can open our file, okay? One is W mode, okay? We have append mode. You need not to know all those modes, okay? We have read mode, we have write mode, we have append mode, okay? So if you use W mode, okay, it is going to write something to your file, okay? So till now we are done. And once we have written our content to the file, we can close the file, okay? We have to close the file. So this is what we do for the closing a file, okay? So what we are going to do is we are going to just delete this file, okay? We'll just delete this file from here, where it is. Yeah, we are going to delete this file, okay? Okay, we deleted that file, got it? So now what we'll do is we'll just start from the beginning. Again, we'll run our code, and then again we'll enter our answers like unlike, and then school name was Hopkins. Middle school, and then it was 7. So I think wrongly it is entered. Let it be. Please tell me your age. That is 12. And favorite games was playing cricket. And then favorite movies was Inside Out 2. And then Shah Rukh Khan. You can see. So now let's go and see whether we have deleted that file, correct? And now we'll see that that test.txt file is already again popped up, correct? You see, and you can see whatever information I wrote it there, it is actually coming here in the file as well, correct? Do you see this?
Yeah.
So whatever you write it there, you can actually get it printed on a file as well, okay? If you want to open a file from the behind, you can also do that, okay? So currently, let me open that file. Okay, let me go to that file first of all. You can see this is the file and this is modified at 916, correct? And now if you open it in a notepad, you can open it. You can see this is getting printed here as well, correct? Here is my name is Anvit and I study in, okay, this is wrong. This was wrongly entered. This is 7 standard at Hopkins Middle School. My age is 12 and my favorite game include playing cricket. My favorite movies are Inside Out 2. Shah Rukh Khan is my favorite actor, correct? You can see the complete information, whatever you just entered there, it is getting actually moved to the new file, okay? You can have any file. It is not like a .txt file only you can open. You can create any files and you can store all your informations here, okay? So by this way, you understood that means Python is able to store your informations as well in some or other format. Okay. So I think, is there any confusion in whatever we did it today?
No.
Sachit, I think you have written
Yeah.
and nth. Okay, what is this? Oh, okay. You're saying that I entered it wrongly, correct? Okay, I did this wrongly. We can correct it later. So not an issue. It is simply a text. Okay. So means what we'll do is we'll just close our demo. Means now I have a questions for you guys, like anything that you did not understood today. I think this is the pace where we are going to follow. Okay, and you can also tell me whether my speed was slow or fast, or you did not understood anything. You can just tell me now itself, so that we can actually I can reduce my speed based on your learnings. Okay, based on your speed. Okay, so was it okay for you guys, or you feel like I should be slow a little bit and then I
It
can?
was okay. It was good.
Okay, now. Okay, then it's fine. So,
Yeah, good.
okay, it was good pace. Okay, yeah, thank you. So, I'll just again come back to the slides or the presentation that I have. Okay. So see, theory part, I think we have a lot of things to cover in the theory part, but the main thing is like you need to write Python code. That is the whole purpose of having these classes. Okay. You should be able to write a clean and good code so that it help you to actually go ahead in your career, correct? You should be having a very you should be having a very strong foundation of Python. Then only you can actually write a very big code like now developers used to write, correct? So I think you are at your very basic age now. So you should be actually you should be very strong in the syntaxes that we follow, correct? So syntaxes are the very important part of a programming language, and you should be very clear with the syntaxes that you write on a editor. Okay, so don't worry, once we start with the session, what we'll do is I'll help you to install the Python editor, and then one by one you can actually start writing a clean code. Okay, whatever I'll do it in a class, you can copy the same thing in your editor and you can get it run. Okay, and then it will give you more confidence like you have done something today. Okay, so this is the pattern that we are going to follow. Means whatever we do it in a class, you have to do it in the same thing in your editor as well, and like this only we'll proceed. Okay, so hope you enjoyed the session. Okay, and we'll have more uh, more this Python experiences and upcoming classes. Okay, there are various interesting things that are there in the Python that you can perform. Okay, so we'll have more like this in the upcoming classes. So thank you and have a nice day. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.